I'm Cider Spider, and I'm setting out to complete 2,000 Mentor Roulettes in Final Fantasy XIV. This is a queue that includes almost every piece of content in the entire game, where veteran players are grouped with noobs to help guide them. There's no telling what might happen as I take on this challenge 10 roulettes at a time. So, let's get started. Alright, it's our favorite part of the week again. Time for 10 more Mentor Roulettes. Let's go ahead and get started. Why wait? Gonna be stuck here all night anyway. Go ahead and queue up, Mentor. Show me what you got, Yoshi P. DPS. Thank you. More than a feeler. Okay, sure. Do I have to do anything at this level? You're going down, Toxic Tamlin. Man, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a guild Hess, but certainly since I've seen this one. I don't know if I've even done this more than like once. I suppose it's better than the Praetorium though. Let's check adventure plates. Yeah, okay. Tank doesn't have a plate. Arcanist doesn't have a plate. Alright. These kids need mentoring. I'm gonna have to explain it. Make an adventurer plate. It is required. Alright, I've done my mentoring for the day. I'm glad we got it out of the way early. Now I don't have to help anyone for the rest of the night. Hopefully they take my advice. I would love to welcome them into Final Fantasy XIV, but the adventure plate is required. Alright, well, that was a very charitable start. Hopefully the rest of them are that easy. It's Annoy the Void. What do you know? The same tank. What, he's speedrunning these. He still didn't make a plate, though. It's been like 30 seconds. This returner doesn't have one either. No one in here has a plate. Alright, we're gonna have to talk about those adventurer plates. Is this gonna be my night? This is just harassing Sprouts to make adventurer plates. Honestly, I've had worse. Should I heal this guy? He doesn't have an adventurer plate. I'm just saying. Oh man, trying to do this without AoE heals is kind of awkward. Not hard, just a little awkward. Alright, now we're done. Why are you on the ground, Sophie? You haven't done anything. I'm the only one out here struggling. These guild tests are very hard. Mount Gold. Okay, that's a change of pace.
So it is you.
Oh, quiet you. Go, baby tank, go. Some of the best pulls in the entire Shadowbringers expansion are on this dungeon. Bonus points for this Dark Knight with trash gear. What brand of rags are we wearing? Oh, that's rough. Stormblood gear, augmented Skaven. I guess you don't get the free gear until after this, so that's probably why. Well, normally I advocate for the full pull here. It's excellent if you do it, but in this case, I think, yeah, we probably aren't equipped for it. Especially not on Dark Knight. A warrior with rags could do it, but Dark Knight's kind of iffy if you're not really good. Time for this. This tank doesn't even face the boss away from the party. What a Chad. Alright, chain strat. Out of the habit of using it, I've been doing so much low-level crap. IS Typhoon Wing. Bam! Very easy. Simply don't stand where you're not supposed to. You see, the mechanic has failed by standing in the bad. I recommend standing in good. Kind of like so. What do you know? Everybody was able to pull that off. We're like pro. I should recruit these chads for my static. Boss doesn't really do a whole lot, does it? It's kind of just the same things over and over again. Oops. I didn't see the one underneath him. You dared trick me when I was trying to talk crap? Frickin' scam. For that, you shall die. Law. Take the treasure. You need it, kid. Hope I get some healer glam here. I'm in dire need of some interesting glams that aren't from Realm Reborn. All the glam I get is always from level 50 crap because that's all I ever get in these roulettes. Ah, that was kind of awkward. Can't just overlap the pizza slices like that. They're supposed to be next to each other. You imagine if a pizza got delivered to you as 8 slices stacked on top of each other, it wouldn't hit quite the same way. I don't think I'd be in favor of a pizza loaf. But I guess if a pickle can be a loaf, then surely a pizza can.
Filthy creatures.
What are we talking about again? Oh, it's Pizza Man. That's how we got here. I'm sure the elitist legacy chads probably have some stupid name for a pizza slice AoE, like Discordant Rays or something. What did they call pizza slices in ARR, huh? If there's a chariot and a dynamo, what's a pizza? It's probably Limit Cut if I had to guess. I hate this game. Man, no healer glams. This is the worst. Every time I get a dungeon with good glam, I never get any of it. You know, in light of recent events, I think they would have to ban a lot fewer modders if they would give us the body proportions of these statues. I'm not saying they should do it. I don't even think we deserve it. I'm just saying it would probably work. We've all heard of Yorha Type 2B leggings, but what about the Tifa sports bra? When do we get that one, Yoshi P? Maybe if Square has another bad quarter. These are, yeah, these are dynamos. I thought they were pizza pies. I think every AoE, when it comes right down to it, could be some form of a pizza. See, this one is just a... It's a pizza with the center cut out. Donut pizza? What's like a bunt cake? Or like a pineapple upside down cake? What's the cake that's got like a big cutout of the center? I feel like if you find a random town in the Midwest, there's probably a Midwestern town where that's their thing. You know, they just have pizza with a hole cut out of it for no reason. The thing about the Midwest and towns in the Midwest is they all have something stupid that they claim as right. Hey, I was talking. Ooh.
And righteousness will prevail.
Ooh, glam. Yeah, give me that. Holy crap. Finally some healer glam. Wait, how far is this Dark Knight going? Run on, Sprout Chad, run on. You don't gotta stop here if you don't want to. Cold feet. See, every tank, they see their health drop a little bit and they start to get worried. It was all according to the plan. If you never lose health, there's nothing for me to do, so don't worry about the bar dropping a little bit, as long as it doesn't hit 0. Worry a little bit, though, because sometimes I slip. I've been known on occasion to fail to save the tank, and Celine especially. She is not very reliable. She's been known to be non-responsive, especially back in the Shadowbringers era when this dungeon was actually current. Chads these days, you think if the pet code is janky now, it was way worse in Shadowbringers. He used to get a lot of ghost abilities back then. Sometimes Celine would just get tired. She would just take a break. You'd tell her to do something and she'd just wait. You couldn't really predict when it was gonna happen either. It's just like sometimes the fairy abilities would activate.
Very well.
That's a pretty cool greatsword. Ow. That's not where I'm supposed to stand. Oh, these aren't dynamos. Time to beat up the MILF of Light. She's casting a demi-innuendo. I think I need that for my next relic step.
Stop that, damn you!
Oh, it can't be stopped. This one is like a square pizza. Or they cut it into strips. A New York strip pizza. This is inverted pizza. Okay, one of these is real. It's probably the glowing one. Oh, here we go. The disparate rhythm balls. They really liked this mechanic in ow! Shadowbringers. I didn't realize they were gonna fire that quickly. Sacraments Forzando. It didn't do anything. We gotta calm it down with these innuendos. Dungeon boss out here trying to get me demonetized. Penance pianissimo. Well, that's sufficiently Italian. That sounds like a probably type of pizza. Alright. We'll calm the pathetic baby tank. Congrats on the Shadowbringers. There's nothing else for healer, but we did get at least one piece of glam. Holy crap. Finally something new. I don't know why Mount Gulg seems to come up so often, but, well, I'll take it. Certainly over another friggin' Guildhest. Oh, no! Well, at least it's Castrum. This one's boring, but at least it's relatively quick. Alright, here we go. Time for the Black Eft. Everybody loves the Black Eft. You guys love the Black Eft, right? I'm really hoping Celine will just heal the tank, but for some reason he takes a lot of damage despite having actually good gear. He's even mitigating. I don't know what's going on. Man, I don't know what voice that is, but that's one of those sleeper voices. There's some voices that are just obviously terrible. Aura voice 9, Miko voice 5, the one Lala voice, I don't remember what number it is, but whatever bunny girl voice that is that goes, that one's pretty uniquely bad. Let me bump this so you can suffer as I suffer. That right there. It's so rough. Yoshi P doesn't want you to know this, but you don't need to move at any point during this entire fight. I mathed this out last time. If I stand right here, shields make it safer, but really don't even need scholar shields for this. This boss just does no damage at all. I can just stand dead center. The proximities are too far away to do any real damage, and that's all this boss does. There's no incentive to move whatsoever. I love teaching Sprouts bad habits. Oh, that has paralysis on it. Okay, we found it. The one incentive to move. I might have to cast an Esna. That's one less GCD. That cannot be allowed to pass. I'm not gonna die. I do what I want. I don't think these really hurt either. Pretty sure I tested that. It's a little bit of damage. It's enough that I would probably have to stop and heal myself if I stood in too many. The first time I ever ran this dungeon, I was running with friends, and this is back in the day before they changed it. It was still 8-man, but this section, there's just a line of 6 of these colossi, and you're supposed to stealth around them. But we just face-pulled all of them, and everybody died, and it was glorious. I'll never forget it. I wish I could forget Livia, though. All right, the moment of truth. Can I get the fabled no movement run? So she's gonna do roundhouse. The only attack that matters is infinite reach. If I plan all my mitts around infinite reach, I will be absolutely fine. I want to make sure I've got a sacred soil for that. We'll try to do a Fey Illumination, and then a shield. And then it's just a heal check. All right, here it comes.
You're
It's only 3 hits. It might be 4. It's 4. Look at that, easy. And then we easily evade the salamander. I keep hitting her like nothing happened. It's not even close. Oh man, am I not in auto range? I thought I was. Let me inch a little closer. No, I'm not moving. I don't need to. See, it barely does anything. Oh, I'm in the salamander. Ow, we might need a shield here. Oh, the black mage definitely needs one. All right, we're chilling. Don't move, it's cringe. I can't believe I've unlocked the full disrespect on Livia. She thought it was bad when Gaius didn't respect her. Honey, you got a big storm coming. All right, back into the mines. No brakes on this train, unfortunately. 1,000 Maws of Toto Rack. This dungeon is actually really inoffensive. It used to be a bit of a maze with the battery cells and the plant monsters, and now it is as clear-cut of a hallway as a dungeon can possibly be. There used to be all that goop with the slow effect and that sound you would hear over and over again, and the spider webs and the poison eggs, and now it's just a hallway. We couldn't do more mechanics due to cost. I can't really say if the old version of Toto Rec was necessarily better, but it was certainly a lot more interesting. The upside to this version is that, well, at least it's very quick. The less time I have to spend in a dungeon without AoE, the better, generally speaking. No Art of War, no Shadow Flare, no fun allowed. Well, at least we're doing the whole pull. Live, I say. Aw man, the Whispering Dawn didn't get the tank. Dang it, Celine, you had one job. There was only one person that needed it. Stupid fairy. I would eat you, but I'm not level 60. I can't yet. I could eat you, but I'd have to charge. Yeah, our dungeon time here is looking just over 6 minutes. So much for the glory of man. Scorpion? I don't want that junk. Have fun. Man, we might be off to a relatively quick round this week. Hasn't even been an hour yet, and I'm already halfway through. That's unprecedented. But if we're halfway through, you know what time it is. Time to chill. So here's the part where I remind you that if you enjoy the content, definitely like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And go ahead and check out my Twitch channel if you want to see live gameplay. I stream there 4 times a week currently, doing mostly FF14 at twitch.tv/CiderSpider. There's a link in the description. It's very easy. And I guess for our question of the week, I would defer to our earlier discussion about pizza and naming attack forecasts after pizzas. Have you ever adopted a silly name for a specific type of either attack marker or just an attack in general? And if so, what would it be? What's the silliest name you've ever come up with for an attack in this game? Could be something you had with your raid group, your friends, or what have you. Let me know in the comments, and I will judge you accordingly. But anyway, let's get back to the hustle, the grind, or as some would call it, the Grussel. The Sunken Temple of Karn. Is it too late to cancel the Grussel? You know, they actually made some minor changes to this one, and I haven't done it since. So it'll be fun to see what's different about it. I heard it was subtle. Why is my tank dying? Oh man, we are doing the whole pull. Alright. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down, I can't cast that fast. Oh, that's bad. Well, that's really bad. I would run. This is the part where I would run, yeah. Nope. Final sting, can't run from that. Oh, we're back at it again. The tragedy of that pull is that as a level, 37 scholar, I basically have 2 buttons. I've got Adlo and Whispering Dawn. So in an emergency scenario where the tank's health is dropping as fast as it possibly can, I've got Adlo. If I had rolled a lucky crit on any one of those hits, I would have been fine. It just didn't happen. You've been afflicted with doom. Will this still kill me after the... Nah, I won't. As far as I can tell, it seems like the only thing that really changed is that these guys don't move around anymore. They just sit on the buttons, so you don't have to position them in order to open the doors, which is definitely convenient for the idiot, stupid trust bots that was designed for, but it does take away from the educational factor of teaching tanks how to position enemies, which is kind of the one purpose that mechanic potentially served, but I don't know, these days you don't really do a lot of boss repositioning anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter, but man, this tank just goes for it. I prefer that, but holy crap, getting around some of these corners in time is iffy. Alright, we're chilling. We might be chilling. This is the trouble. At this level, there's no contingency buttons, and so if the damage starts to slip, if the health, rather, starts to slip faster than I can heal it, there's no emergency stops to pull out. There's no recovery. Oh, why am I hitting the boss and not the soulstone? Alright, easy. Kind of a nothing boss. You just wait for him to die for the most part. Oh, this one might also be iffy. Let's see what we can do here. Gotta keep a close watch. This sky pirate will slip away on me when I'm not looking. Throw an Adlo right there. Alright, easy. The Whispering Dawn on there. Ah, crit Adlo. See, that's what we need. Oh, God. Why did that hurt that much? Okay, let's do the scales. There we go. Oh, close one, but nobody died, so it's all part of the plan. Easy. Gotta wait for this baby to watch the cutscene. Alright, all are in accordance. Time to get adjudicated. There's not really much to say about this guy, huh? Why am I, no. Guy's got a DPS check. This is foreshadowing for the Meso terminal. That's pretty good, I kinda like that. It's better than the original version of the mechanic, which you would just ignore until it went away. Can't believe he puts you on the frickin' baby leash. Oh, they're just speeding up. I see, it's actually punishing us for... Oh, you can't ignore the ads anymore, it seems. Fascinating. Well, that's good to know. That was pretty rough. Bit of a learning curve on that one. I've got a lot of years of bad habits. Speak of the Meso terminal. Alright, let's ask, as always, what happened? Where'd the healer go? We're 13 minutes in. I respect the tank just going for it solo. What's happening up there? It's not a boss fight. It's just pulling. Sounds like the healer disconnected, and as far as I can tell from the party, they may not have even noticed. They're just doing the dungeon anyway. Well, time for the fun. A lot of people complain this dungeon is too hard, specifically because of this part. It was this boss and the first boss. The first boss I didn't like very much because it's designed around a lot of gotcha mechanics, as in got ya, as in bet you didn't see that coming, as in it's just visually confusing for the sake of throwing you off and tricking you. I never really liked mechanics like that. I feel like they're kind of cheap. But this boss is just good old-fashioned fun. It splits you off into roles, and you got to pay attention and do different things dependent on what your role is. And yeah, I find it to be a good time. So as a healer, I primarily just have to deal with various heal checks. I also got to make sure that my party members don't die. Every now and then I got to cast an Esuna. We're gonna need to res that guy. Not the chopping block. Yeah, so guys kind of got a lot of stuff going on, and for scrub healers, it can be kind of difficult. It moves really quickly, and it's easy to take a lot of damage. Probably the biggest problem I've had with Dawntrail, though, as a scrub healer myself, is not the difficulty of the mechanics. I don't really find any of them to be particularly tough. But one thing I noticed is that the snapshots are way faster, and a lot of people have complained about this as well. Let's get this guy to be not paralyzed. But the snapshots are just way faster. And what that means is if your ping is bad, sometimes you have to move a lot earlier than you think you do. I've ranted about this a lot on stream, but I don't think I've talked about it much in videos. But yeah, they really sped up the speed at which the mechanics register whether or not you were hit by them. And so for most players, it looks like you're getting hit by something that already happened or hasn't happened yet. And a lot of people find that frustrating. But I find it strange because I feel like playing old Shadowbringers content, that's the expansion where the snapshots line up the best with the animations, in my opinion. Endwalker is a little bit early on the snapshots. Shadowbringers felt like it was a little bit late, but that makes it line up with the animations better. But for people that have been raiding for a while, that kind of makes it easy, because then you have a lot more time to react. For casual gamers, though, they don't like it so much. The current snapshots, there's a lot of complaints about it. I left Celine behind. Alright, Celine, you're gonna do the rest of the healing. I'm too lazy. I got Art of Wars to cast. Oh, time to fight Blobby Man. I don't really remember what these do other than blow up. I think they mostly blow up. Yeah, it's laser beams and stuff.
War swells in scope and intensity.
Dang, bro, that's crazy. It is kind of wild that the tells for this fight are civilians, so it's like, well... Oh, crap. I was trying to be amused. They didn't have to go and kill me. What are the odds one of these chads has a phoenix down? They give you one for doing the main story. Or was that the Alliance raid? They definitely give you one. Well, this is a fun movie. I don't know if this tank is going to be able to do it. Let's see. They seem to be going for it, so... Oh, this line stack might be the problem. Yeah, I don't know if Third Eye is going to heal that up. I see a bloodbath. There enough left for the tank buster? Ha! That is the Belied. Well timed. Guys just gotta hold out till the next Heart of Corundum. Yep, there it is. Samurai probably still has second wind up. Spam third eye or whatever they changed it to. Gunbreaker's gonna want to be doing the 1-2 step here. 1-2 for the brutal shell. It'll slowly heal you. Oh yeah, these guys are back to full health. They're gonna be fine. Oh well. Coincidentally, the line stack lines up with Bloodbath being on cooldown. Oh no! Should have tank LB'd that. Oh, that is tragic. It's a wrap. Samurai can't tank it. Alright. Now we can do it all over again. What a whirlwind this dungeon has been for these poor chads. Yeah, what I was trying to say when I was unsummarily executed was it's kind of funny how the tells on this boss are civilians. Stay away from the civilians or boom. Pretty friggin' morbid and mildly hilarious. This is what killed me. I rode this straight into the abyss because I forgot there was knockback. Absolutely tragic work, but easily preventable. Oh, you better run, idiots. Run, dummies, run. There's a storm surge. Oh, no. Well, it's a bad day to be a gold man. Boom. And... yeah. Ah. There we go. There's the LB. Come on, kill him to death. All right. Oh, that was a rough one. I barely helped. Pantaloons of healing. Yeah, I'll take those, sure. Yay. All right. What are we up for next? DPS. Come on. Press the ready button. You queued for whatever this is. DPS. There we go. Had to pause the ERP. The vault. Okay. Haven't done this in a while. Man, these first few pulls are so, like, tiny and pathetic that Celine basically does all the work for me. Oh, there's all the damage. I don't have dissipation at this level. What a scam. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You know, it's really weird in this dungeon that the first boss doesn't have any voice lines, but the second and third one do. Like, did they only have budget for 2 out of the 3 bosses, or what? They couldn't even get an intern to do this? Sir Adelphil really is that lame? More like Adelfail. Whoa.
I'll cut you to pieces.
See, now they start yelling at you all of a sudden.
I will not yield to you.
That's not true. Speaking of pizzas, I always thought this guy's hat looks like you could fit a pizza on top of it. Like, it'd be a perfect, like pizza stone, you know? I could see a pie just sitting right up top there, just roasting. Like, I don't know if that would be a good way to cook a pizza, but it can't be the worst. It's at least a couple steps up from, like, a trash can lid. Anyways, we killed him. Yes, the Hellenic Auditor's Musketoon, the Priestly Pistol, Exorcist Choker. The gear be getting kind of wacky sometimes. Time to beat up Mr. Sherbert. Hey, shut up, you.
Sickness must be purged.
Pretty funny, those guys' white mage animations. Look at him twirling around. Look at him. I meant to take him seriously. Bro's doing ballet, and not particularly killing it either. Alright, where are they shipping me off to next? I guess we'll find out if the tank ever readies up. Come on. Am I getting scammed right now? Oh my god, he actually pressed it. I had to pause the ERP, and for this basic training enemy strongholds, it took longer for the tank to press ready than it'll take us to actually clear this garbage. He doesn't even have an adventurer plate. This tank was definitely ERPing. He's a male Highlander. Now look, I'm not saying all male Highlanders are ERPers, but probably like 80% of them are. So I think it's the eyebrows are meant to contain the debauchery. If you've got no eyebrows, there's just no safeguards in place. You don't even have to quote me on that, it's literally science. Alright, well, we're done. It seems like a lot of people are doing guild hests today. Last week it was all MSQ roulette. I don't know what's going on this week, a guild hest convention or something, but a lot of people doing guild hests. Anyway, that brings us to our last roulette. This actually is a pretty short session, so here's hoping that whatever we get is a good one. I'd like to go out on a bang. DPS! Why do people keep queuing up for stuff and then waiting until the absolute last second to ready it today? Oh, this guy actually just didn't. Well, we escaped whatever that was. I'll have to be thrown into whatever this is. That last DPS readies up. That's the trend of the day. One person not readying up. Oh my god. Please just let me play whatever the heck you're trying to make me play. It's not like you can accidentally queue for things in this game. You have to click through like 3 different menus. Okay. Oh my god. It's like they knew, bro. Those 2 DPS, it's like they knew. Oh, the Praetorium. Well, I said this was a short session. I should have kept my mouth shut. It ain't about to be short after this. Yay. The Praetorium. Pray return to the Torium. Feels like I never left, honestly. Feels like I may never leave. Yoshi P doesn't want you to know this. You don't have to move here. You just stand in all this. Just stand still, it won't kill you. Celine will heal you through it. Look, the Magitech cannons, they're loaded with rubber bullets. Hooray, time for a long cutscene with no voice. Well, guess I'll tab out to my other monitor. Okay, time to play the game again.
Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about cutscenes and if you can stay awake.
That's the real challenge. There's different types of difficulty. Some battles are psychological. You know what this game needs? First of all, messaging while in dungeons. That would probably help. But the adventurer plates are already like the poor man's MySpace page. We just gotta add chat to that. Imagine if adventurer plates were like a pseudo social media site within a video game, and then you could scroll your tombstone while watching cutscenes without ever tabbing out of the game. This is a terrible idea. That's why Square Enix should do it. Maybe on the tombstone you can put FF14 mobile. That way when I'm stuck watching freaking endless cutscenes in the Praetorium, I could pull up the mobile game inside the real game and just play that and watch cutscenes in the Praetorium in there. All right, finally playing the game again. Hey, and now all we do is beat up Nero. Not really much to say about it. He's boring. Oh no, the handsy is gonna get me. I guess I better fight that. Still waiting for the day we get an awesome hammer job like this. Would it be a little too similar to Warrior? Yeah, probably, but that's okay. I like hitting things with blunt objects. There's not enough of that in this game. There's too many hitting things with sharp and pointy objects. All right, time to stop playing the game again.
Tell me, do you believe in Eorzea? Its city-states are built on glaciers. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often gorge on glaciers, which is strange, is it not? Your glaciers are no different from those of the beasts, nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these glaciers? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to gobble glaciers? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. It is only right that I should take your glaciers, for none among you has the power to stop me.
I guess we're fighting him now. Yay. Now's the part where I spam Art of War and hit him with a book a lot. Everybody loves that. Is the stack gonna hurt? Not really. Nothing really hurts. What hurts is my soul. That's where I feel the pain. The pain of the soul. Alright, come on, lock him in. Bring out the clones, idiot. We got him sub 1%, very easy. Let's just go ahead and put a DOT on all of these. And I'm gonna hit him a lot. Let's hit this with the perfect dodge. Bam. And bam, easy. Just don't get hit. It's a foolproof plan and it works every time. If you're gonna get hit, consider at the last moment maybe not doing that. If you're thinking about sucking, I recommend you don't. Ow. Who's gonna get the last slap? Bam! Unfortunately, that advice did not work for Gaius von Belsar. Anyway, I guess we're done here. Oh, I could have got a card, but my inventory's full. Shame! That's the second time I got that card dropped today. I had to do this earlier. I needed tombstones. So anyway, that is all 10 of our roulettes. Let's go ahead and see what kind of glam we can make out of this. Well, it's kind of slim pickings. I got a pretty cool robe here, but doesn't quite match with much else that I've got going on. And to get color schemes to even work, the best I can do is match the purple of the robe with the purple to the boots that I've got. Brown is already an accent color on the robe, which matches the pants and gloves, and so it all kind of ties together, but I think this is as good as it ultimately will get. I'd really like to wear this hat, this Hellenic Priest's hat, but annoyingly, it's that brand of Heavensward off-white that doesn't match any of the white dyes, so I can't color match anything to it. So this would have been an option, but it's slightly off and it bothers me, and then also it doesn't tie in with the boots. But these are the only boots I have. So I think this will be our glam. Hip hip, hooray. Anyway, go ahead and see that outro, why don't we? So this week we got 3 guild hests and 7 dungeons, meaning our new totals are these. This session was 2 hours and 15 minutes, making our new total time this. Anyway, time for me to get back to running guild hests and eating as many slices of pizza as I can fit in my stomach. 1 like equals 1 slice. Okay, bye.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib do you gobble, glissies?